I'm James, and I'm going to attempt to restore this old, this beauty. It's going to be an interesting project, that's for sure. I'm super excited to get this fully underway now, so let's see. Second most important man on the job, my dad.
Number one, James, get it right.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Dad? Have a go at it.
My name's Graham. He's my son.
Spawn of Graham.
Yeah.
To give on your premiere.
No, all will be revealed.
All will be revealed.
In the fullness of time.
Just don't be revealing yourself. The most important person in our team is this girl, Bonnie the dog. She's 11 years old. She's gone a bit blind and she's a little bit deaf, but she's a beautiful dog, and she's the most important person of our team. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And this is the project. This is where we're at so far. There's been some changes, a lot of changes, a lot of trees taken out from here. As you can see, you've got quite a considerable bit of damage here and there around the property. Structural repairs to be done. You can see it's as scabby as my old man. It's certainly seen better days. So yeah, the plan is to restore this property. Here was where originally there was a garage that arched across here, came across to here. Really strange design. It's caused some damp issues in there. This is going to be eventually turned into a buttress. So as you can see on here, we've got a structural fault above this head. Well, it turns out that lintel there is timber. So that's to come out, that's to restore, new sills going in. We'll get all this brickwork looking nice and fresh. There was ivy all over the house when we got it, so we've had all that stripped off already. This is the garden so far. It looks like a bomb has gone off. But again, a lot of trees taken down. The light that's coming to this property now, game changer. It was really pitch black inside. This side of the house, elevation, not bad at all, if I'm honest. Not bad, it just needs a bit of a clean. There's a bit of a crack here. It's the first time noticing that. The funny thing is with this property, the more you look at it, the more you see. I don't know whether to cry or laugh, but I like the adventure, so we're going for it. So, new windows at some point. Now this is where it starts getting fun. This is where someone at some point who's had this property, oh, whoops, we're on me, let's put that back. Someone who's had this property at some point has been absolutely done over by some cowboy builders. It's one hell of a thing, this. I've not seen structural damage like this actually in a good amount of time. Have a look at that bad boy. So it's fallen away, give or take about an inch. You can see it's pulling all over. Now in return, we've got structural damage down here. This here is going to need some serious work doing on it. But the plan in this channel and the mission with what we're doing here is we're going to try swallow the majority of the workflow up and get this done on a budget, which we are doing on a budget. And we're going to reuse as much material as possible. We've always liked to recycle and try help with things. I'll post an image now of the previous job that we did, which was a conversion of a reservoir in North Yorkshire. Very interesting. Didn't document that one sadly, but here we are with the final one. The final one with me and my father. He's 75 now, so I'm really happy to have the opportunity to do this with him. So this is part of the original building, I'm guessing, at some point. It's got a big daddy old crack straight down there. That's coming down. We don't need that. Clearly that extension's coming away. There's clearly too much weight on this side. I've got no concern with taking this out. This is an old coal mining town. Some lovely people here. But yeah, predominantly quite a working class area. And you'll see a lot of things like this. Really interesting old boiler. If someone can tell me what that bad boy is. I have no idea. Is it some sort of old oil heater? Big we have again. Now this for me is the most concerning part of this in terms of work that needs doing. This is a timber lintel that's been covered in a form of screed. Now, as you can see, it's sat on about 50 mil, and you've got a structural crack that's going up here, and then you have this side of the property. Structural crack here. Again, it comes back to the fact that whoever's designed this extension, whoever's built this extension, cowboys, and the weight, how it's transferred, it's no wonder it's slipped here, because that's the only thing that's tying in this section. That's a door size window up there with one lintel and a sill then sat on top of it. Ridiculous design. We'll get that sorted. It's going to be good fun. We're going to go to the inside now. We're going to have a look inside. If you thought the outside is bad, then yeah, wait till you see the inside, because it's nothing actually in comparison to inside. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful house, and again, looking forward to it. Really can't wait. So here we have main entrance to the door. Beautiful old door. The plan is we'll restore this whole door frame and really give it, you know, a new lease of life, so to speak. In here, we've got fantastic ceiling in here. Something really, really nice, unique. This will be in keeping with the age of the house in terms of, I don't think this has been installed. I think this will have been in here. We're going to restore this, change the colour scheme on it and make it look a bit better. The plan is to get these glass windows out of all of the internals. It's just a heat sink. We're losing heat in this house constantly. It's quite a cold house. Now the stairwell, you can see the potential. Beautiful banister, coving. Again, we've stripped all the wallpaper. Just needs a bit of TLC. Needs a bit of TLC. Some fantastic details in this property. And again, some nasty structural defects, but we'll get them sorted. It's not a problem. Beautiful details. Again, this is the inside of that extension where that slippage is showed. Again, we'll be sorting this. This is the double window that we was talking about. So as you can see, it's one hell of a building, but it's knackered. And we're going to have a good stab at this and getting it right. You know, great features. It looks fantastic, really. You can see the potential. So on this area, this is where you can see some of the structural defects. Again, feast your eyes on these bad boys. So if you have a look here, on this side, crack straight down there, crack straight down there. I've got a local man who's going to repair these, hopefully, when I get in touch with him. I know he's more than capable. I had him on one of my previous jobs, touching up some work surfaces when I was finishing a block of apartments in Wakefield for the company that I work for. And he's from up this way, so I'm hoping he's going to help me with this, because he's definitely the man with the magic touch. Not many men say that. So what we've done here so far, excuse me, Dad, can I get past you, please? Thank you, old man. There he is, in all his glory. So this is where we've got to so far, and where I'm now picking this up. And we made the decision to document this. Well, first of all, it's going to be the last one that I do with my old man. You know, so it'd be nice to have this memory. He's 75 now. He is going to have to stop. He will refuse to stop, but he will eventually have to stop. He's getting a little bit too old. So we're inside now of the single story extension. We're going to demolish this altogether. However, my old man is in this house full time at the moment. He loves it. I'm not forcing him to do it, by the way. If anyone wants to get in touch with the authorities to have a welfare check, by all means. It's his choice, his nuts. Isn't that right, Dad? It's your choice. Exactly. So, never mind. So, this here is the plan. I've never personally done it like this in construction, but we're going to have a stab at it and see how it ends up. It's going to be interesting to say the least. It's not the greatest. So, the plan. I'm going to build the existing house up, remove these steels and piece it back in, and then we're going to demolish this extension. And I'm hoping, if I do this right, that I'll be able to drop this, clean this masonry up. As you can see, this is existing, the original double story extension that's been put on. So I'll be tying into this. There's going to be a door here. We're going to break that up, support all that's internal steel, take the steel out from the outside. I'm going to have a good stab at it. Yeah, that's where we're at. And there's a chance the building falls down. And, you know, that to me, it seems like good fun. You know, we're rolling the dice. It's not going to fall down. We'll make sure we do stuff right. But there's never, as everyone in construction knows this, the risk is always there. It's never zero. You've always got to be vigilant. And so it begins. So, here we go. This is the original house. Now, this is looking scabby, like everything else. Scabby as a rat. So, this is going to need some work before the door goes in, that's for sure, but it shouldn't stop me. My plan of action here is the door will go in this section of the wall. As you can see, imagine this opening. I'm stood in the door right now. Masonry from this side onwards to close that up. So I'm going to get this uncovered a bit more and see what I'm working with first. And then we're going to start getting the first few courses in, get it level, and then off we pop and let's see what we can do. I'm going to expose this. I'll speed it up from here. Again, if anyone can give me any advice or recommendations or be a critique, just don't be an arsehole. That's the only thing I ask. So if anyone wants to give any recommendations to how they want things doing or how they prefer to see the viewing, always willing to, you know, listen to what people are saying. More than game to take into constructive criticism. One thing to note in this property, it's been rewired a few times. So it's got a little bit, it's always a bit of a bum clencher when I see things like this, but you can only get electrocuted once. If you die, you die. If you don't, you're fine. So you keep going. There's a pipe coming through down here for the radiator. It's got to be extra careful. You see a radiator like that? Careful, you don't want to flood your house. Right at the beginning, no brainer, don't do it. That's an interesting one. Again, it's just strange how things have been done in this property. You know, let's go to here. As you can see, you've got pipe that swings up and through the masonry, That must have been a pain to put in like that. It really doesn't make much sense. So as you can see, this here, really not in great nick. So I'm going to expose this a little bit further along, see what I'm working with as a bit of a panel, let's say. So I can see what's happened here. Just like the rest of the house, it's been bodged. Everything is bodged in this house. I've learned not to be surprised by a single thing at this point. Yeah, pretty interesting this. So it looks like, to me, let me turn this around for you guys. So the original masonry is fine, but it looks like they've just smashed this corner out. Or my main concern, which I think is the most probable, that is shearing from this steel and the weight, just because the weight of this extension has not been distributed correctly. Whoever's calced this, whoever's calced all the weights, the engineer who's done this, they're either dead or they need locking up, one of the two. Scandalous, but anyhow, we'll deal with it. So we've put a foundation in here so far. This is 600mm deep foundation. Mass poured over there in the corner. 20mm dowel bars driven through the external. With this building, the fact that it's moved, we have gone OTT with what we've put in with the foundations. We did this prior to starting all of this. High spot there. So for this first course with the building moving, we're going to put down some blocks flat. Give it a bit of oomph. We want it to stay. We want it to really help this building stay up. So that's the plan. First block of the build. I think we're going to need something a bit heavier than that. It's pretty good. You don't always have to get your first course exactly level. It's within a few mil, you can get it in your next course. Pink to make the boys wink. Excited. When this was the original building before the previous extension, the foundation here was just stepped underneath the ground and broken down. So I can see the line of where the wall needs to go. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect at the end, but you know, you can only do what you can do with what you've got, and as long as it looks right at the end, we're going to be winning. Yeah, so another mixing. I think I'm just going to end up using loads of gobbo here. Might be worth just getting one spinning up. Sound. Thank you. So this is where we're at with things. Yeah, I just thought to myself, I don't know if it's picking me up breathing really badly. I'm hoping I don't have to narrate this. If it does, then well, I'll have to try edit that out. So number one goal is to get this steel supported by masonry, the internal one, as soon as possible. This building's going to stop moving very shortly. We're going to have this boxed off. In Durham, it's quite an interesting one. What they used to do in this area is do like a step foundation straight onto soil. It's quite interesting. A lot of properties, old properties, are like that around here, and that's probably, well, we know for a fact that is the reason why certain parts have subsided here, is because of reasons along them lines. So this is directly underneath the steel on the single story extension that we're going to demolish. Yeah, so done a bit of digging and it really has separated. It's something else. Whoever the builder was who did this, he must have had Dom Littlewood running after him all around the country. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. Yeah, it's not single tying it. You can see daylight through it. It's on its way out. It really never stood a chance. So what we're doing here, we're going to get a line down. We're going to set as internal course of blockwork and start with that. The boiler's been installed on the single story extension, so that's to be moved into the house. You've got your water feed, you've got electrics coming through and whatnot. And yeah, we're going to leave a bit of a gap here and we're going to sort this later. And when we're back inside and we're sorting the floor, we'll most likely drop this down and we'll cut it back out. Thing is about construction, sometimes it's not just being able to see the issues, it's knowing the solution to get around the issues in the most cost-effective way. And this is a nice engineering brick, reclaimed, local. We haven't paid for these. Reuse it, goes to a good cause. We're going to be tying it in every single course on here, on the internal skin, and we're going to have a damp membrane as well, a wraparound. It's a standard detail that gets used in construction. So we're going to get a nice sliver of mortar down, stick it down, do it as it should be. Don't take that much effort. The idea with this damp, you want to trap it down with your first corner. I'm going to lap it up the back of the block, and then that'll give us protection from any moisture that comes in from the external. When you lay blocks flat, you can walk on them pretty soon. Bricks, I wouldn't dream of standing on them bricks over there, they'll just drop. So, just a bit of advice for anyone, any aspiring brick lovers, if you want to call yourself that. Got 300mm off the face of the old existing, there to the face of the internal. So we know that's set right at that corner. We're not going to do anything much more with it for a while. We're just going to make sure that his door set. We'll set ourselves a dead man on here. You know, his door is there. We'll get a lap of damp down and out, and we're looking good. Tie in there before it's too late. Look at this. Boop. 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 Tight. Never lost it. Never lost it. Cock on.
That fall through wall. That'd be classic, wouldn't it? Hey, you know, because it'd fall on you.
Yeah, really, actually. Right. I'm stood in front of a wall. It's unbelievable. It's up 8 courses. I'm going to joint it up now. But that's me done for tonight. I'm knackered, I've done all sorts. So I'm going to finish this off now.
Good, that's all like that. Hey, it's happening, James. It's happening, man.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And this is going to take off.
I think so. I think so. I do think so.
Yeah.
When you first put it to me, I thought, I don't know. But then I thought, well, somebody makes them and does them. And there's people who are interested. Anybody who wants to know how to do something, all you do is watch you doing it, haven't they?
Yeah, that's the one.
And with it being a whole restoration, like a whole house, there's going to be people who are going to do it. The only way that ordinary people can make any money now is to do their own property up.
Yeah.
So there'll be loads of people wanting to do property up.
That's it.
So if we get it off, the whole thing off one side, they'll be happy.
Done. What? Well, that's going to be a wrap up for the first one. And I think we've had enough for today. That's us. Yes, Bonnie girl. Look at that. So, this is probably going to be it from me and my old man and this fine lady. Beautiful dog. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully this gets some traction, and if not, we're documenting it, so it's good. So, bit of an outro from my old man here. Here he is.
See you later.
In all his glory.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Brilliant. So, yeah, thanks very much. See you in the next one.